Mystery Bus!
Crime lies hidden in the puzzle, and the truth emerges through reasoning. Detective Stories of Inspector Chimp.
The Time Trick 2.
Inspector Chimp, after investigation, it does seem that Cyril Serval is likely the perpetrator.
The Sylvan police officer put a file on Inspector Chimp's desk. Inside was a report on his investigation into Cyril Serval.
Cyril Serval, age 28, was fired by Mr. Rhino for stealing from the company. He had a violent confrontation with Mr. Rhino and was taken to the police station, but was released when Mr. Rhino decided not to press charges. As soon as he was released, he threatened to take revenge on Mr. Rhino. A few days before Ringo Rhino disappeared, many animals saw Cyril Serval hanging around in front of the school.
Inspector Chimp closed the file. His sharp eyes were fixed, gazing forward.
Let's go. Bring in Cyril Serval for questioning.
I'm coming. Who's knocking on my door in the middle of the night?
Cyril reluctantly opened the door to his house. A police badge caught Cyril's eye. Standing in front of him were Inspector Chimp and two police officers.
Cyril, I need you to come to...
Don't say anything.
Cyril smiled slyly.
Let me guess. It's Mr. Rhino's little son, Ringo, the one who's missing? Do you need me to come down to the police station to help you with the investigation? No problem. I'll come with you right now.
We suspect you had something to do with Ringo's disappearance.
Inspector Chimp stared into Cyril's eyes.
It was the end of the school day, yesterday around 3 that Ringo went missing. Where were you from 3 to 4 yesterday?
Inspector Chimp watched Cyril's reaction, waiting for signs of panic. But Cyril spoke coolly, without any signs of nervousness.
Oh, you can't accuse someone without evidence, Inspector Chimp.
Cyril glared at Inspector Chimp defiantly.
Well, I didn't accuse you, I said you're a suspect. If you tell us where you were from 3 to 4, maybe that will help clear your name. So where were you?
I just went for a walk in my neighborhood. Mr. Rhino had just fired me. I had no job, so I went for a walk.
Went for a walk?
Yeah, that's right. You need a witness? Let's see. I went to the convenience store, the drugstore, and the bookstore. I bought something at each place. The shopkeepers will testify I was there.
Seeing a reckless look in Cyril's eyes, Inspector Chimp's suspicions deepened.
Go check out his alibi.
Yes, sir.
That's great, Inspector Chimp.
Cyril propped his feet on the table, smug as could be.
I suggest you investigate it yourself. Sylvan's law says you can only hold me for 24 hours without evidence. Quite a bit of time has passed already.
Thanks. But seriously, I don't need you to remind me.
Inspector Chimp slammed his fist on the table and glared at Cyril.
I'll catch Ringo's kidnapper, and he will be punished.
Inspector Chimp and the police officers began asking questions at the places Cyril had mentioned. Inspector Chimp drove the police car to the convenience store.
Hello, how can I help you?
When the squirrel behind the counter greeted Inspector Chimp, the inspector pulled a photo of Cyril from his pocket.
Have you seen this guy?
Let me think.
The squirrel looked at the photo of Cyril and thought for a while. Suddenly, her eyes lit up.
Oh yeah, sure. I remember him. He was so annoying.
Huh? What do you mean?
The squirrel frowned, looking frustrated.
Inspector Chimp, you can't imagine! This guy came to the shop yesterday to buy nachos, and then he bought a hot dog and mini tacos too! He bought so much food!
What's wrong with that?
Of course it's fine to buy things, but then he asked me to help him put the cheese on his nachos and the mustard and ketchup on his hot dog! It's a self-service counter! What a strange fellow!
The exasperated squirrel grumbled, and Inspector Chimp suddenly thought of something.
I see. Do you remember what time it was when he bought these things?
3 o'clock.
Inspector Chimp was surprised at how quickly the squirrel answered.
There are so many customers in and out of your store every day. Why do you remember the exact time you served this customer?
Oh, because he was so pushy. He kept saying, "Hurry up, it's 3 o'clock. I have somewhere else to be." Oh, it was seriously annoying.
The squirrel's words made Inspector Chimp frown.
Then Cyril really couldn't have committed this crime. Strange.
While Inspector Chimp was thinking the matter over, his walkie-talkie buzzed.
Inspector Chimp, we have completed our investigation. The pharmacist says Cyril was there at 3:10, and the clerk at the bookstore says he was there at 3:20.
Got it. Loud and clear.
Inspector Chimp put his walkie-talkie back on his belt, deep in thought.
Could our suspicions be so off base? Cyril has an alibi. There was no time for him to commit the crime. Looks like he can't be the kidnapper.
With all the evidence pointing away from Cyril, the case was at a standstill, and time was ticking. How could Inspector Chimp solve the case? Cyril sat in the interrogation room, happily humming a tune. Before long, he would be released.
Who would have dreamt that the crime guy I picked up from my doorstep would be so good? Even Inspector Chimp can't do anything to me. Rhino, just wait until I get out. I'll show you.